Starting Season 2, the period where new hero characters acquisition is limited to Dragon Gems will be shortened greatly. Our original direction was that new heroes would be added to the Star Collection after a season's worth of time had passed, but from Season 2, it will be new heroes will be added into the Star Collection when the subsequent new hero is added in the game roster. And they give us a really good example. For example, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta will be available through the Star Collection when Ultimate Gohan makes his appearance in-game. To catch up to the new rule, heroes that were added in Season 1 will all be available through the Star Collection from Season 2 starting, which is this Wednesday. As originally intended, the maximum cap of Star Collection will be expanded as new heroes are added. So this is fantastic news because, let's be real, the previous way was stupid. It was like, if Super Saiyan 3 Goku came out and you wanted to try him out, you would have to wait until, well, Season 2 started, which, I mean, is the case right now. But they're changing this going forward, where now, once Vegeta drops, and we've played with him for about 2-3 weeks, and then Ultimate Gohan drops, Vegeta will be immediately available in the Star Collection. If you saved it up and you were a free-to-play player, it's pretty exciting news. That's what a lot of people have been wanting. This is a step in the right direction, but there's still some more I would like to see personally. There were also some random maintenance occurrences, and people noticed that right after that, there were some changes, massive changes to some characters that are just, they don't have any patch notes yet. They might be some later, but this is so far what people have been able to find. Shout out to Bebop for this, by the way. He got his information from Discord and just people playing around with the game and noticing some differences. So nerfs to Cooler. His skill 1 has a 2+ second cooldown longer, and damage nerf as well to Caulifla. 7-second skill 1, 12-second skill 2, 10-second skill 3. Also provoke duration reduced by 1 second, so from 7 to 6. Diamond does 5 to 10% less damage overall. Damn. SSJ3 Goku, that's a big nerf actually. Kamehameha has a higher cooldown and less damage. I actually have some video representation. We'll show you guys about that. Android 18 skill 1 from 3 discs to 2 at max. Damn. That's a significant nerf for her. And Gotenks skill 1 is longer by 1.5 seconds. I mean, longer cooldown. Kale and Gotenks is a longer cooldown. Yeah. So buffs in general. Krillin, Deborah, Oob, unknown for now. Android 17, however, got a skill 3 buff to his shield. It lasts 3 seconds after using it instead of 1 second, which is a great change. I thought it was kind of stupid that his shield would go away after 1 second. It made no difference to me. So now it lasts 3 seconds, which is way better. It's 3 times longer. And the ult itself lasts 1 second after finishing. Great news. 17 is much better now. Bojack's skill 2 throw time has been shortened. Is that enough? Is that enough for Bojack's supremacy? And supporter stuff right here. So Sergeant is 20 seconds going to 60. Dragon will go from 60 to 45. Cabba's range has an increase. And in general, the HP of the first tower has significantly increased. So it will be a longer battle. Wow. So first tower is, you know, Beerus and Choppa up top lane. And then the other ones on the bottom lane, they'll be a little bit longer. And shout out to Minato's Flash. They also made a video on this too. But they went ahead and they did some testing of their own. And they retweeted some people's tests. So just to get an idea from this guy, Gotenks is a small nerf. Skill 1 cooldown was increased from 12 seconds to 14 seconds. Everything else seems to be the same in my testing. We won't know for sure until the full patch notes are released tonight. There's that. Yeah, that's a little longer. This one is a significant one though. Super Saiyan 3 Goku Kamehameha has nerfed damage wise. Before it did 612 initially and then 201 per tick. Now it's doing 1209 initially and 208 per tick. That's a big difference for his burst. Yeah, 612 and then 201. So they nerfed the initial hit of it, but then they buffed the tick damage over time of it. Yep. Oh, Deborah too. Deborah's petrification gauge is now twice as fast. It went from 24 seconds to 12 seconds, and this is without any attacks. So that's 24, right? That going up. Okay, so Deborah's going to be freezing people a lot more. Get ready, guys. Save your vanishes. Save your vanishes. And this is an example, right? This is Deborah before patch. How long it would take to get people to get that spit on them. Holy shit. Yeah, that's crazy. But still, you got to keep in mind, as long as you are actively going and making sure that you don't waste your vanishes and you save it for the stone spit, that'll be the difference maker. Kind of annoyed that they would make these changes, and but I'm glad at least I was able to cover it in this video. Obviously more patch notes will be dropped once the official ones are there, but this is the season 2 roadmap they also showed us too. So Vegeta obviously is coming out tonight. If you're on the East Coast, it's not going to be till 2 a.m. If you're on the West Coast, it'll be at 11 p.m. tonight. Gohan's gonna be coming out on December 2nd, and everybody's got their eyes on Broly. Broly's gonna be coming right after they finish up the Squadra Blast tournament. So the Asia, North America, and EU tournaments will be taking place from between the 5th to the 12th. And a new skin will be dropping on the 9th. We don't know what that one is yet. But then Broly is actually a Christmas present. Damn. So we got a little over a month until Broly gets here. But dude, Super Saiyan 4, Vegeta, and Gohan, fantastic characters to play with in the meanwhile. And I can't wait. I personally can't wait for Gohan to drop. Also yesterday, I don't know why they didn't announce this, but there were some secret updates, some major ones too. So if we go into our homepage, press triangle on the standard button, and then you go to your Divine Combo card list, you actually can see there's a new triangle presets button, which people have been asking for a long time. You can make your own presets. So this way, if you are the type of person that doesn't want to have to make these changes or think about making these changes, especially now since like the meta isn't too crazy dependent on it, you can just have a preset set and it automatically will equip it for you, which is awesome. I know a lot of people have been asking about that for different combinations and presets so they could choose in battle, and then you can select it before the match starts with your character, which is awesome. I think that's a great change. I don't know why that wasn't there in the beginning. Almost every other MOBA has this except for this game, but now it's here. Overall, season 1 was a good start for Gekishin, but they made some major missteps in my opinion with the way they handled how free-to-play players could experience the game. So I am excited with season 2 not only having an insane roster of new characters, it also comes with great changes, and on top of that, ones that we've been asking for are finally being implemented. My only hope is also going forward, there needs to be an in-game event system, not like the Capsules Bonanza, but like an additional thing in a similar fashion to what Pokemon Unite does, where you can complete challenges in-game, and it takes some time, but you can earn currency towards unlocking new characters and even more Dragon Gems. I'm going to keep saying it, but until Gekishin Squadra really introduces a free-to-play player incentive to invest time daily into this game, they won't see the large amount of player time and population being impacted, and also the monetary gains that they're looking for. Most games these days fail to realize this. You gotta take a loss initially before you start to generate great profits for these games, and instead start to swing for the wallets before establishing a solid base where players feel respected and that their time and investment is not only good, but they actually want to spend money on items within the game. Gekishin is a MOBA and not a gacha game, but it does have gacha elements for cosmetics, which is fair. I just can't stand when games introduce a cosmetic gacha, but also refuse to have things available for free-to-play players, because this game also does the great thing by allowing you to outright buy certain outfits if you want. But in this case, they've went ahead into the positive direction everybody's been wanting them to go, and me personally, I'm happy about this, and it's a very fantastic start to season 2, and I can't wait to see what else they got coming our way. And a little bit to touch on too, starting heroes. Newly started heroes will have access to Super Saiyan Vegeta and Piccolo after you finish the tutorial match, so you get a decent roster of characters to start off. And also on top of that, we've all been given, as of the most recent update, Super Saiyan Trunks for free. I logged in today and I was able to get Super Saiyan, well, I already had Super Saiyan Trunks, but he's my highest star collection character, which is like the last trophy I need to platinum the game, getting a character to level 8. They gave me 5,000 memories just for selecting Trunks, which is pretty awesome. So thank you, major shout outs for that. That's going to help me out personally in my journey to unlocking that platinum, because the last one I need is to get a character to level 8, and it's pretty hectic to do that. But it will be seemingly more easier now, because the first reward that you play as towards that character, you get memories for them, and continuing on, it looks to be all around accumulating a lot easier. So we have a really good roster to start off. Most people are going to be enjoying Goku, who's still a good character. Trunks is also good. Super Saiyan Vegeta is a solid starter tank. I don't think he's like the best tank of the game, but early game he's a very good tank. And Piccolo is probably a little bit more trickier for some people to pick up and play. Not very easy to just learn how to play as him out the box, but overall, really strong characters that are available from the jump for you when you start out Gekishin Squadra. And this season is looking even crispier, guys. And the funniest thing about all of this, I gotta give a shout out to Dragon Ball Game News. I saw this posted somewhere else. I don't know who the originator was, but in the Spanish version of the game, when the characters for the previous season were announced to be on trial for people to try out for free, there actually was a typo that we all saw that said Vegeta Super Saiyan 4, and everybody was like, oh man, this is a typo, whatever. Lo and behold, new season comes out, and who is the main character, the first character we're getting? It's Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. So they were actually onto something here, and it's kind of hilarious to think about. That was yeah, a month ago, October 15th. That was wow. So PvP related notes: rank points are going to be changed. Rank points acquisition on wins as well as decrease in losses have been tuned for a more accurate and comfortable matchmaking experience. I kind of like that, because sometimes even though you lose in a rank setting, even if you played your ass off, you had all the assists, the game objectives, and accumulated a decent amount of damage, you still would lose a lot of rank points. And I think most games do a decent job at giving you a little bit of a buffer. Like, hey, okay, if you still like performed really well, you shouldn't get dinged for a whole letter grade. So it seems like we don't know what that's going to be like for this, but I hope that that is the case. Make it a little bit more fair. Like, I understand if I got like 0 kills, 0 assists, and like 20 deaths, sure, take away my rank. Regarding AFKs and disconnects, although in-game functions were prepared to penalize and demotivate players from acting in negative manners, changes have been made to fully further enforce these rules, as making these changes and tweaks public may make them easier to avoid penalties, but we will be omitting them onto the letter. I'd like to reiterate, we do not tolerate intentional actions that are in the detriment to others, basically feeding and throwing games just to piss people off. So I don't know how they're going to really go about managing that unless people report it, and then they're going to start taking the reports more seriously and like accurately look at the match history and stuff. And this last one is about the balance changes and stuff and how they're going to be making some, but they're going to be waiting, it seems like, specifically in the first 2 weeks of December. They don't have any plans to make any adjustments because of the Squadra Blast tournament, which is pretty awesome as well. They announced this last week. There's an official Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra first like in-game tournament that they're hosting, and you and your teams can actually join up right now. They're still accepting entries. This was announced 2 days ago, but yeah, you can team up with your friends and you can join in the battle and you can enter over here. A really cool cover art, by the way, for this. But they actually go into the website. It tells you the dates here for different regions: Asia, North America, EU. Major shout outs to them for kind of like blocking these off, segmenting them. I understand that it's not ideal. You kind of want to see who's the best of the best overall, but the game servers leave a lot to be desired in that avenue. But I kind of hope that we eventually see, we have the Dragon Ball Battle Hour, right? Which is in April. I don't know. They haven't announced anything for Gekishin there, but I could see the top teams from this eventually, or like the top 8 teams from this, go into the Dragon Ball Battle Hour and compete there in person. This way it's a LAN environment since custom battles are a thing, and we don't got to worry about delay, netcode lag, and faulty servers. So you can enter from now, guys, until November 23rd. I'm not going to be entering myself. I will be streaming this and checking this out with you guys, which would be pretty exciting. Yeah, you can fully apply to this, and within this you can win official rewards. Top 16 teams that advance, you go to the main stage. Teams will compete for the championship in single elimination format. The main stage will be streamed on the official YouTube channel and over here too. I'll be watching that as well. You guys want to watch it together. Prize rewards in game, but I mean, you got to kind of introduce something a little bit more nice, man. You got to give us some money incentives, right? So there is the Squadra Blast limited skin diamond stuff for Goku, but I also noticed on their Twitter, if you scroll down a bit, they had a new thing for Vegeta, and specifically for Season 2. So badge design will change depending on the number of victories as well as times that you've hosted. And I mean, it's kind of like the same concept as like Super Saiyan 3 Goku with the diamond fit. You got a diamond fit for Vegeta, which is kind of cool because it sort of embodies the whole Super Saiyan 5 skin that we saw back in the day from Dragon Ball AF. Come Vegeta is real. Gross. I'm excited for Season 2. So I kind of took some time off after Topo release. I just wasn't really, I was just focusing on so many things, so many other projects and sponsorship things that we had going on. But my boy, Adult Gohan, will be making his way into this game finally. And that's something that I gotta show out big for him. Between like all of them, they're all fucking amazing characters, bro. We got Return of Broly movie. We got Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Ultimate Gohan. And on top of that, I mean, the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta jacket skin that they showcase with this, man, it's really good. I like that I like the direction they're going with these characters. I think this is really exciting. I can't wait to see what Season 3 is going to be like, because Dragon Ball is not short of any like fantastic characters, but you still got plenty more between the movies, Super, Dragon Ball Z. They can reach from all avenues of Dragon Ball, and they're clearly doing that here to show us. I mean, we got a GT representation, Z representation, and then Z movie representation. And we already got all of that already in the game, so expect more of this to come in future releases. I don't think that we'll be seeing Vegeta, Gogeta, like the big heavy hitter fusion characters soon-ish. Maybe we could probably see like Super Saiyan Gogeta and Super Saiyan Vegeta next season or something, and then eventually the Super Saiyan 4 version of Gogeta. And I don't even know if they would go as far as to introduce like Dragon Ball Heroes characters, because that would be kind of cool to see. But I'm excited for Ultimate Gohan. I'm glad he is going to be in the game. Not so happy about all of them being locked, like specific characters being locked to roles, but we're gonna make a different video talking about that. I just think that's really interesting to see this roster is coming so soon. Guys, comment down below what you think, and also if you haven't yet, check out a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta breakdown video posted down below. His kit looks really good. He's probably gonna be one of the best survivability and team saving tanks in my opinion, because of his shield saving, not just a dragon shell, but also when teams are trying to push the towers, he can just activate his shield and like push people out, force them out with his ult. Vegeta is going to be a heavy tank protector in that regard, and that's kind of exciting. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you are new. More Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra content is on the way and you don't want to miss it. My name is BltzZ, and thanks for watching.